pet parents and furry friends. Welcome back to another episode of Furry Friends and Fun, Pillows Talk, where we talk about everything from our pets' quirks to how we can make their lives just a little more glamorous. I'm your host, Emma, and tonight we're diving into something that all dog parents do, walking our dogs. Joining me, as always, are Ava and Oliver. How do your pups feel about their daily walks, guys?
Hey, Emma. Hi, everyone. Oh, Daisy loves her walks. The moment I even look at the leash, she's jumping around like she's won the lottery. But that doesn't mean every walk is smooth sailing. She has her moments.
Good evening, everyone. Rufus is quite the adventurer on our walks. He treats every stroll like an epic journey. Unfortunately, that sometimes means pulling me down the street as though he's on a mission to conquer new lands. Needless to say, our walks often turn into impromptu workouts.
I totally feel that, Oliver. Ruby's the same. She's so excited to get outside that sometimes it feels like she's walking me, not the other way around. But over time, I found a few tricks that make our walks a little more enjoyable. So, let's talk about our experiences and share some tips on how to have the best walks with our dogs.
For me, consistency has been the biggest help with Daisy. At first, she used to get so distracted by everything squirrels, other dogs, the wind. But after a while, I found that having a set route helped. She started recognizing the path and stopped pulling as much, and always bring her favorite treats for training along the way. If she's walking nicely by my side, she gets a little reward.
Daisy sounds like such a good girl, Ava. I've tried something similar with Rufus. He's so strong and determined that I had to use a harness that discourages pulling, and it made a world of difference. Now, instead of him charging ahead, he walks at a more reasonable pace. And I mix up our route every now and then to keep things interesting for him, though he still has his moments where a passing squirrel becomes the most fascinating thing on earth.
Yes, a good harness can make all the difference, especially for strong dogs like Ruby. I also make sure to keep walks varied so she doesn't get bored. Some days we go to the park, other days we explore new neighborhoods. But one thing that's a game changer for us is the heel command. It took a little time and a lot of treats, but now she knows when I say heel, it's time to walk calmly next to me. It's great for those moments when we're approaching something that might make her too excited, like other dogs or loud noises.
That's such a great idea, Emma. I've been working on training Daisy to heel too, especially when we're near busy streets. And I always make sure our walks are at a time when she's less likely to be too overstimulated, like early morning or late evening. It's a lot calmer for both of us.
I must say, timing the walk is a brilliant strategy. I've also found that walks right after Rufus has had a bit of playtime or mental stimulation are much calmer. He's not as wound up and ready to pull me into the next county. I'll play some fetch with him or give him a puzzle toy before we head out, and that seems to take the edge off his energy.
Yes, pre-walk play sessions can definitely help burn off that initial burst of energy. And speaking of keeping walks calm, I've also learned the importance of staying relaxed myself. Dogs pick up on our energy, and if I'm tense, Ruby's going to be tense too. So, I remind myself to stay calm, even when she's being a little extra, and it really makes a difference.
That's such a good point, Emma. Staying calm and patient is key. It's easy to get frustrated when things don't go perfectly, but walking with Daisy has taught me that it's about enjoying the moment. Sometimes she wants to sniff every blade of grass, and I have to remind myself that it's her walk too, not just mine.
Indeed, Ava. It's all about balance. Some days, Rufus wants to explore every corner of the park, and other days, he's more focused on the walk itself. It's a give and take. Plus, it's such a great bonding time for us both. Even the more chaotic walks have their charm. We always come back home, feeling like we've had an adventure.
Exactly. Walking your dog is more than just exercise, it's bonding, it's exploring, and it's time spent together. And I love that each walk can be different depending on your dog's mood. For our listeners, whether your dog is a puller, a sniffer, or a squirrel chaser, remember that walks are a shared experience. So make them fun and enjoyable for both of you.
Yes, and don't be afraid to try new things, different routes, different walking tools, or even training a new command like heel. Every dog is unique, and it's all about finding what works for you and your pup.
Absolutely. And remember, walks don't have to be perfect to be enjoyable. So, to our listeners, if you have any fun or interesting dog walking stories, share them with us on social media. We'd love to hear them.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Furry Friends and Fun Pillows Talk. Thanks, Ava and Oliver, for sharing your walking tips and stories. And to our listeners, remember, whether you're strolling through the neighborhood or embarking on a grand adventure with your dog, make the most of it. Don't forget to check out our blog at A Glamorous Paw Life for more tips, stories, and everything you need to give your pet the glamorous life they deserve. Until next time, because every pet deserves a glamorous life. See you soon, friends!